What is good, M80?
Yes, I'm with Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to be coming back to Cleveland. I'm almost speechless.
For a second, I thought you ate a Scooby snack. I don't know what that noise was.
I'm fresh off the Wu-Tang tour. I got my new album dropping this Tuesday, 1/11/11. I'll be hitting Cleveland and Rockstars on the 22nd. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm looking forward to getting back to the Ohio roots.
A lot of people are real excited to see you come back out. So, yeah, we're going to get that in. But you got a new album that's out now, hosted by DJ Vlad. He put out on your label, Holy Toledo.
Yes, sir.
Production. Anything you want to talk about with that album?
Taking Back What's Mine is a full compilation album, or also a collaboration album featuring material I've recorded from 2003 until now. It's 26 tracks, about 17 new. Features RZA, Redman, Gucci Man, Master Killer, Killer Priest, Tragic Gaddafi, Rhyme Fest, a lot of really strong, heavy hitters, Math Hoffa, Timbo King, Bronze Nazareth. So it's really like a collaborative best of, M80 work, and it's a nice segue into the next album I'm working on called Speak of the Angel. So that album can be purchased at www.m-80eightsty.com. It is amazing. I'm definitely asking for as much support as possible. I'm, really looking forward to hitting the road and touring with it.
That's dope. I also saw on the track list, you had Rusty Redenbacher from the Mud Kids on there.
Did a video for that track. It's great when I perform it live with them, and Rusty's a real good friend.
Awesome. Is that video available online if someone wants to look it up?
It is. Hot Damn. Anywhere on YouTube you can find that. And I'm posting the video for the first song on the album called Air 'Em Out tomorrow. We just got done wrapping that up. I saw the final edit. It looks good. We're going to get that up on the net tomorrow.
That's what's up. We'll be blasting it tomorrow for you. So Air 'Em Out, the first track produced by Jay Glaze, right?
Jay Glaze, yes, sir.
But we're going to go back in time. I know you got all these big hitters on the album. How'd you get linked up with RZA and a lot of the Wu-Tang affiliates and Wu-Tang Clan themselves? Where'd that come about?
In 2003, I had an album come out called Snakes in the Garden of 80, and I did an album release show in Indianapolis for that album and sold out the venue. Then later that year, they had the venue booked like a couple of dates for Raekwon and Inspector Jack and Capadonna and Killer Priest and Law the Dark Man, and they ended up putting me on those bills, to ensure it would sell out as if it wouldn't already, with all those Wu-Tang people on it. The tour manager, caught wind of my set, liked what he saw, offered to have me come and wrap up that tour with them, so I ended up doing like 10, 11 dates on that while I was still in college. The same tour manager booked separate tours for like Meth and Ghost and Jizza. I did dates on those until I think January 2003. I met RZA and Dreddy Kruger through Jizza. I told them I was moving to California to go to law school. They were starting to think differently in New York, and I flew out to New York for the summers for about the next 2-3 years after that. And that's when we worked on albums like Wu-Tang Meets the Indie Culture, Jizza Pro Tools, Almighty, Bronze Nazareth, Killer Priest Records, and, with the great success of all those, kind of got my foot in the door, starting my own A&R firm, doing some of the larger scale tours, and, going from there.
You were saying that that's when you took off your career with, promotion and starting up your own company and everything. I know you're an A&R for a lot of artists.
Absolutely.
Are you allowed to disclose any of those artists that you're an A&R for at this time?
Yeah, I started, Holy Toledo Productions is my company. The Academy is a subsidiary of Holy Toledo Productions. That's like the A&R side of the company, and my client roster for 2011 includes, members of Wu-Tang Clan, Cannabis, Keith Murray, Redman, Timbo King, Bronze Nazareth, the president of A&R for Corrupt's label, Pentagon Records. So I'm working on the new Corrupt album, the new Dog Pound album, Corrupt and Daz, Four Horsemen album, Corrupt, Cannabis, Razzcat, Killer Priest. Of course, my record is dropping on Tuesday. The Academy 2, which is just very parallel and rivaling that of Wu-Tang indie culture. I got, joints on there. It's 22 new tracks, all collaborations with like Jadakiss and Corrupt and Raekwon, Master Killer, Meth and Red, Chino, Slaughterhouse, the Horseman. It's intense. So lots and lots and lots of work this year.
Pretty much you're behind the scenes of everything.
I got my hands in a lot, and it's a good feeling to be. I'm 29, and to feel like I've accomplished already like a lifetime's worth of work. Me and a lot of the Dark Man, we get along so well because he was signed to Wu-Tang when he was 16 years old. His debut dropped when he was 17. Sold like 400,000 units for an independent back in the day. I mean that equates to millions and millions of dollars. And from there, what we've done as artists to build up our businesses, build up our clientele, and still remain relevant in all facets of the rap game is very significant.
Very significant. Speaking of significance also, we'll talk about some more accomplishments of yours. I didn't know this until you told me a while back, and I looked it up and shocked the hell out of me. Guinness Book of World Records, you're in there. Longest freestyle, you broke the world record.
Yes, sir.
YouTube, but I'll let you shed a little light on it. It's kind of your pride and joy, so I'll let you talk about that for a second, too.
I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is a lovely, lovely place where I get to hear from every other artist who's never released an album or a mixtape or left the city how great they are and how better they are than me. So I decided that I would break a world record so finally we could put some distinction, as if there already wasn't 6 degrees of separation between me and everyone else. And I trained for about 4 or 5 months. Actually worked out, lost like 25, 30 pounds, got in really good shape, stopped smoking, rehearsed or practiced, just rhyming over instrumentals for 3 hours a day for 3 days a week. I decided to do it as a charity event and partnered with IUPUI, where I got my bachelor's from, and the Timmy Foundation, which does charity work all over the world, various parts of Africa, Europe, even here in the States. And we had decided to build on to the schooling system in the Bodo River states of Nigeria. In Africa, it runs about $12,000, $13,000 to construct an actual school building, and that's kind of money that, as Americans, we take for granted, and think, oh, well, I can't really help, or I can't be a part of something bigger than me, when that's the kind of money that we spend on frivolous things every day throughout the year. I put the training in, definitely got the word out. I was fortunate enough, the Guinness requires that you get X amount of press. I had all the right international and national media and television and print and radio press and things of that nature. And on December 19th, 2009, I did exactly what I said I was going to do, and I rapped for 9 hours and 15 minutes and 15 seconds, thus breeding the previous records of Supernatural and Dio from Canada.
Crazy. I like to eat too much to do that, but I got
the whole thing on DVD. If anyone wants to come over and eat a gallon of popcorn, you can watch it.
Do you have any funny tour stories, little quick tour stories you would like to share?
Funny tour stories.
Or heard any?
All right, so. Yeah, I got one, but I will leave out names for anonymity and safety sake purposes. I was doing a show one time in Half Moon Bay, California, and I was co-headlining with another artist, and the promoter an effective promoter does this. If there's a guarantee, they have that money on them. That's good to go. Different promoters always, risk it and say, well, this is what we made at the door, whatever. And that's kind of like a no-no. But this promoter did just that. And me and the other guy were supposed to, I think, split $900 with hotels and all that stuff included. And at the door, we made $300 or $400 or something like that. So, we had to really take that from him because he was just kind of trying to run game. And then at the end, me and the other guy were the other act, you know, got drunk, but I went and did my show, and the other act's like, you know, I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing my show, and then tried to take 3 purses from 3 different girls, thinking that maybe there'd be enough money in the purses to make up for what the promoter didn't get to pay him. And that, to me, is the funniest thing I've ever seen at a show. Needless to say, he did not get away with the purses, and we both ended up doing our shows and just calling it a night, and we've never been back to that part of California again.
That's hilarious. I think I actually know exactly who you're talking about. It might be a friend of mine, actually.
Of course. Everyone's a friend of the dot.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty funny story. It's not the exact way I heard it, and that's why it's better. So
it is better.
Sometimes things are a little bit different when you're not the culprit of the story and you're telling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That's okay. That story stays between me, you, and so and so and so.
All the listeners.
I don't even know what to say after that one. But yeah, we're you got the new album out and everything. Are there any favorite tracks on that? If someone, you know,
oh man, yeah, I got a few. You know, I love Air 'Em Out. Like, we just shot the video for that. I love this song called The Alliance. It's with me, Timbo King, and Matt Hoffa. Of course, the joint with RZA. It's featuring RZA and produced by RZA, called 3 Degrees. That is a monster. I'm so fortunate to have that for the record. The song I did with my friend Shadow and Gucci Mane called Got So Much is, I mean, great. You know, it's I got to do a track with Gucci Mane and still, like, keep it hip-hop, you know, and spit a hip-hop storyline. So that was good. I got this very comedic track produced by my man Big O out in Cleveland. You know, shout out Big O, called Cleats on the Mantle.
I had to plug myself in there. Big O,
yeah, no doubt.
Prhymal Rage.
Yeah, Big O definitely came through on the track, and you know, a lot of like you know, producers and MCs think, like, you know, like, people give me their CDs on when we're on tour and stuff, you know, listen to my beats, listen to my album, and think that they never get listened to, but it's like, he gave me a beat CD, I think I listened to it, like, maybe 48 hours later, called him up, you know, he had the contact information, like, you're supposed to have it, like, you know, I want number 11, and then turned it in this track, Cleats on the Mantle, which is a very funny rendition about an ex-relationship of mine that just, I mean, it's a very comedic track, so I'm proud to have, you know, a lot of diversity on the record.
Like, pretty funny. Yeah, the approach.
Yeah,
I listen to the intros and the outros, it's funny. It's a good song.
Oh, and I got the song on there called True Love, too, which is a song I did in 2003, and never released it, but the song True Love is about having one-night stands and robbing chicks. It's awesome.
It has nothing to do with the other story, with the show out in Cali. I assure you.
No.
That's dope. Yeah, taking your time to do out this interview. You know, Prhymal Rage, we're excited to work with you. We got you on the last Scenic Route album. We got you on the new album we're doing with the Soundtex. Got copyright on that one as well.
Shout out Prhymal Rage, shout out to Soundtex.
Absolutely. Soundtex are dope producers, very slept on. Shout out to M80, actually. Is there anyone else you want to shout out before I drop this off here?
Oh, man, definitely, you know, everyone that's in the crew. You know, I just finished the Wu-Tang tour yesterday, so Wu-Tang, Law the Dark Man, finishing up this Under God's record, big ups to Keith Murray and Cannabis, you know, Corrupt for really taking me under the wing this year, you know, just keeping the loop for everything that I got going on, you know. It's, the website is www.m-eightsty.com. You can get the new album, the new T-shirts, the new DVD. You can even order my whole entire old catalog. So, all that. And, of course, to my lovely lady, Heather Bella. She's laying here right next to me enjoying this interview, every word of it. And, of course, to the city of Cleveland, Ohio. You know, I'm a born and raised Toledo, Ohio guy myself. And I was there when they ripped down the LeBron big mural. And I'm looking forward to coming back and rocking for everyone at Rockstar, you know, in the whole city. Much love.
I'm back again, true definition of what's happening. All these raps get amazed like a labyrinth. The handle elaborate, I'm a pen and paper maverick. I'm a hitman rapper with the shadow we're standing in.
Airplanes take a nosedive, crops in a panic, pandemonium. Now it's showtime, end of the world is near. People still dumb and blind, still think thinking that your favorite rapper live what he rhymes.
Clean them, the meanest, demeanor, demented, demonical dearest. I'm fearless, ferocious, please notice my earlobes and eyelids. The violence, the music, the guap and the guns and punani. Burn your foundation, piss on the ashes and maybe